Hello guys, Martin here. So we got some interesting developments here earlier today. I was expecting a continuation to the downside for the big cryptos. And that is what happened earlier today, but it looks like it went down to support very quickly and then bounced back up again. And today is also the last day of October, so it is a very important day. And we'll have a look at all altcoins, Ethereum, Cardano, and finally Ion. So let's get started here. These are all altcoins for the last 7 days. And earlier today we made a new low here compared to this one. But then we bounced back very nicely here, up to $93 billion dollar level here. So this could potentially be a double bottom here, and let's have a look here to begin with the monthly chart for Ethereum. So at a first glance here, it does look very negative here when we just look at the candlesticks. It looks like this could continue to the downside. But what has happened here is that we do have a falling wedge formation here for the last 4 or 5 months. And here's the lower trend line, here's the upper. And in this month here of October, we've been basically outside of this wedge all month. And we're right now at this very trend line. So what will happen in November then? Well, the first thing, if we'll close at this level, November will begin right here. So then we'll be outside of this area, which is good. And we do have support from this fib level here at 170. On the other hand, if things were to go down below 170 again, that would obviously be negative. But let's look at the daily chart here. And what we do have here is a potential double bottom. Earlier today went down here to 191, basically same level here as 2 days ago. And we also have this pennant formation here with the resistance line here, and here we do have the supporting lines. And based on where you draw the line here, if you use the lower one here, we do have a completion here about around tomorrow. So that would be the first day of November. And then that will likely give us a bigger move here in the near term. So what's needed here for a bullish case, that would be a daily close above this resistance line, above I would say 200, and even better would be about 205, which is where we do have the 20-day EMA, the green line up here. So those are the bullish numbers I'm looking at, 200 and 205. And the negative number, that would be obviously if we were to close below 190, that would be negative here. So also the volume, we need an increase here, preferably in terms of the volume. And we'll see how this day will end. We still have 6-7 hours left. But the volume is pretty decent so far. So we could get above the average daily volume here. We'll see. Watch the close here. Now, finally for Ethereum, I want to show you the Gann box. This is the near-term Gann box. Goes back about 1.5 months here. And today is actually a vertical line here. We do have this potential directional change today, and it looks like Ethereum will end in the green. So if that were to happen, we should get a nice bullish move here to the upside. So always good when these align with a potential directional change like we had here with a sort of a double bottom. And then we got this vertical line here. Now let's move over to some other opportunities here when it comes to the smaller altcoins. When we look at the Watson's report, we do have Ion at the very top here. So we look at that one. But first, let's begin here with the number 5, which is Cardano. And here is the daily short for Cardano. And it looks like we formed the bottom here. We made a new low here, but obviously you need to wait until the day is over. But I'm watching two trend lines here, two resistance lines. This is the closest one. So here's the upper one, and these numbers are 0.0727 or 0.075. So preferably above the green line up here, the 20-day EMA. The volume is also pretty low at the moment, but it could increase. Watch the last 6-7 hours. And also don't underestimate social buzz. That could be what's needed here in order to charge higher for Cardano. We don't have any stochastic or RSI divergence on this one, but I'll show you that for ION, because that's what we have here. This is the 8-hour chart. And the last candlestick, we formed a doji hammer right here. And with decent volume, good volume here as well. But what's interesting here is that we do have two divergences here. The first one for the stochastic, where we made a higher low here, this candlestick, and at the same time we made a lower low on the price. So that's a good indicator. And then we also have the RSI here, where we made a higher low at the same time. So these are good good things to have to back a bullish case here, but we need to get it close above this trend line here. So an 8-hour close here above 640 up to 650 Satoshi, that would be preferable here. And look out for the next 8-hour where this thing will close. And if we were to move up here to the former peak, that would be a move of about 8%. If we measure this, so basically 9% from this level here. So a pretty good move if that were to happen. The daily short does not look as impressive. Let's look quickly at the daily short. So here it is. We don't have any divergence here, and here is the resistance line. But everything else with going up here with a bullish momentum, that could definitely help ION on the daily short as well. And finally, just want to show you very quickly here, ICX, Icon from Binance. This one is also on the Watson's report. So if this thing were to move to the upside, we do have a 12% move here up to these levels here. And here's the resistance line right here. So that's all I have for today, but I want to show you our homepage. Today is the 10-year anniversary for Bitcoin, so head over there, check it out, the story. And Coinbase is also promising to list hundreds of cryptos, so obviously good news for cryptos here. Have a good day. Goodbye.